Let's walk. 119, 8,255 steps on the step tracker. Stepping and solving today. The problem that has been brought to me is menopause. That's the problem we're solving. I wish I could solve all of your menopause problems in this short walk. What we're going to talk about is menopause and weight gain. Does menopause make you gain weight, and what can you do about it? So let's start by talking first about aging. When we're in menopause, we're hitting middle age. What happens to our weight as an effect of aging? Did you know that at the age of 30, you start losing muscle mass? 3 to 8% of your muscle mass per decade if you don't do something about it. People also tend to not move as much as they age. We're not chasing babies. We're not walking across the college campus anymore. We're kind of tied to our desks. We're running the carpool, so we're not moving as much. So these two factors, did we then take into account our nutrition? Have we adjusted our nutrition for the fact that we don't have as much muscle mass and we're not moving as much? Or are we maybe even eating more? Are we eating out more because we're so busy going through the drive-through we don't have time to cook? These are the factors that increase our middle age spread. So, and then we have the complicating factor of menopause. So interestingly, all of those things I just talked about are in your control. If you strength train and eat enough protein, not only will you not lose muscle, you will gain muscle. If you purposely increase your activity, up your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, what we're doing right here, walking, you increase your calories out. If you purposely pay attention to your nutrition, and you know that you are in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. So you have control over those factors. All right, so what about menopause? One of the things you may notice with menopause is you're holding some weight here in your belly. With the dropping hormones, this is where we tend to store our weight, is in our belly. I know we don't like that. The good thing to remember, it's super important to remember, is this is where we would store excess fat. If you are losing fat, if you are losing weight, you're not storing excess fat. You can be in a calorie deficit and lose weight even here. So it's not a permanent sentence to you will have belly fat. If you have excess fat, this may be where you tend to store it now, but you can still lose that fat. So it's really important to know. Menopause comes with a whole host of symptoms that are severe. They can be life-changing. It does not cause weight gain. It does not prevent weight loss. But the situations you find yourself in because of menopause might make it more challenging. Let me give you one big example. Being tired, being super fatigued is a really big part of menopause for many women. Not all women, but for many women. For many reasons. One, you can just feel generalized fatigue. Two, you might be up at night with insomnia. You might have early waking. You might be up all night with night sweats and hot flashes, therefore you're tired. When we're tired, what comes along with that? Often our cravings are ramped up. We don't feel so motivated to go to the gym. We're not keeping our NEAT up because we just want to sit on the couch, right? We're not even really thinking about it, but our activity level goes way down. We're not necessarily making the best food choices. Maybe we are doing takeout again. We don't want to make the healthy food choice. If you stick a donut and an apple there, maybe we are going to choose the donut more often. Again, these are factors that are not totally out of our control. They are difficult. I am not telling you it's easy and just like, hey, you can fix this right away. Just do A, B, and C. What I'm telling you is it is still in your control, and you can try and set yourself up for success to manage and deal with those factors. A couple of things that you can do. You can pare your schedule down. Know that you're going to be extra tired. Prioritize your sleep in as much as possible. Prioritize your training. Prioritize the things you need to do to have your nutrition on point. Make time to go to the grocery store. Put that as an appointment. Make time to have your meals planned, maybe even some of them prepped. Have a list of ideas for if I need to go out to eat, here are some places that can really help me still manage my calorie deficit. So setting up your schedule to be conducive to the fact that you're just tired. Another thing that you can do is setting up your environment in that you don't keep in your house or in your car or in your office the foods that you typically crave. If you know that you're having a lot of cravings, keeping away from you the things you typically crave is a really good strategy. Another thing that's really important to know is a lot of women tend to want to go really hard because they feel like, I've got this belly fat and I want to get rid of it, and so I need to go hard. And so they're doing lots of high intensity interval training. And this might not be the best thing for you. It's not necessary. There's nothing wrong with it. You could do it. It might not be a good fit for you right now. It might be a way better fit to do some steady state cardio, to get your NEAT up through walking, and to really prioritize your strength training. That you should be doing even if you are doing the high intensity interval training. So don't think about this as going balls to the walls. Think about this as taking care of yourself, getting enough rest as you can, getting yourself to the gym to do your strength training, keeping your exercise up in the form of walking. And we'll see here in a few minutes how many steps I got just from this short walk. So far I think I've been walking 6 minutes. You can do that in short bursts throughout the day. Know this is the most important part. Menopause is not going to prevent you from losing weight. People lose weight in menopause all the time. I have tons of clients losing weight in menopause. If you have it stuck in your brain that this is just how it is, this belly is here permanently, this is just my life now. I'm getting older and am in menopause, I'm in perimenopause, and therefore I am just going to be overweight. If that is stuck in your head, that is how it will end up. If you tell yourself the truth, which is, I can lose weight in menopause, then you will be able to lose weight in menopause. You can see the step tracker. It's only been 8 minutes and I have 677 steps on my step tracker. Okay, that's like nothing. Think about how fast 8 minutes goes by and what you can get done in 8 minutes. One of the things I like to tell my clients is you don't have to just go out for a stroll. If you're super busy, that can sometimes feel like a lot of pressure to constantly be taking these little walks, but find things that you can do that are actually useful as you're getting some movement. So this morning, I got in like 7,000 steps while I was on an hour-long phone call. I did it because it's a nice day. It's kind of hot, but I did it because it's a nice day outside. But you could just do that in your office or in your house. The other day I was on a call and I walked around just straightening up my house and got in several hundred steps. You could make phone calls that you need to make. You need to check up on your friends and check up on your family, things that you want to get done anyway. You could put on a podcast. I have two. You could listen to one of my podcasts. I'll put my podcast links down below. You can listen to a podcast. There are so many things that you can do to make that time that you're getting in some movement useful. Not that just walking by itself isn't useful, because it's a really good stress reliever. Maybe you could actually look around and think, there's an idea too. Get it in. It doesn't have to be long. That was 8 minutes. Well, now it's even longer. 8 minutes. You can get it in 2-minute increments, 6-minute increments throughout the day. Try and get your steps up. Shoot for between 8,000 and 12,000 steps, but just start where you are now. So see, if you typically get 2,000 steps a day, aim for 3,000. Once you comfortably do that without it, really impeding in what you do all day, add another 1,000 or add in 500 increments. Get it up. Get your NEAT up.